In this video, we'll discover about how visualization affects the brain. The brain is one of the smallest organs of the body. However, it's the most important. Whatever affects your brain will affect you one way or the other. Your brain determines what is real to you. Some imaginations can be so strong that they will feel like reality. In this chapter, we will look at the way imagery affects your brain and how you can leverage that to enhance your chance of success. The brain thinks in images. The human brain is designed to think in images. Before your body carries out an activity, it is first pictured inside your brain. Over time, the brain learns your routines and makes them automatic. This automation is the reason some people struggle with certain destructive habits. When you think about an action, your body doesn't carry it out immediately. Your brain will first signal the motor cortex below the threshold required to activate the action. There are various factors that determine whether this spark will translate to actions eventually. One of them is your motivation and desire to produce the action. Studies have proven that when you imagine yourself in the first person, there's a higher chance you will carry out the action than when you think about yourself in the second or third person. It's also vital to note that the consistency makes the action believable to trigger its performance. You cannot leverage visualization successfully when you have a culture of changing your goals. You cannot plan to become an athlete the previous week and say you have other plans the week after that. Your brain won't have a consistent picture to process. The resultant effect of that is that you will not have enough motivation to succeed in anything. Therefore, you have to take your time before deciding what you plan to achieve in your life, imagination or reality. One of the reasons visualization is effective is because the brain eventually assumes that your imaginations are realities. For example, when you learn something new such as how to ride a bike, the memory will make an imprint in your brain. When you keep thinking about practicing the skill, the imprint becomes stronger in your brain. It's at this stage that you will find it easier to recall anything regarding that task or skill. When you think about performing the skill, it feels real sometimes. The reason you have such a sensation is that your brain cannot differentiate between imagination and a real event. This is the same reason some people would ejaculate by imagining themselves having sex with an attractive person. It sounds strange, but that's the truth, and researchers have confirmed it. A study carried out by the International Coaching Academy that was published in its Neuroscience and Visualization research paper proves that the claim is true. According to the researchers, your brain will begin to respond to an idea as though it was a real object if you exercise it in your mind over and over again. The paper explained that the reason for this response is due to the activities of the thalamus. The thalamus is responsible for the reality-making process of the brain. Interestingly, this region of the brain doesn't distinguish between internal and external realities. So when you contemplate an idea long enough, it will start looking real. You'll start feeling that you can achieve it because it looks real to you. This perception of your brain is the first motivating step towards achieving a goal. It will spur other parts of the brain and your body to take deliberate actions that will make it possible for you to reach the target. Visualization and reticular activating system. The effect of visualization on the brain's reticular activating system, the RAS, is one of the reasons it helps people achieve the kind of remarkable results people get from leveraging this practice. When you have a culture of creating imaginations about your goals, your brain will be more active to ensure that you pay more attention to opportunities that will help you accomplish the goal. For example, you'll be more conscious when you see an advert about learning the keyboard because you want to become a music star. That same advert will not draw the attention of a person who wants to be an athlete because he or she doesn't have such imaginations. Your RAS plays a vital role in making you pay more attention to things related to your dreams. The RAS acts in many capacities, and one of them is as gatekeeper that selects the information that should be brought into your consciousness and the ones that should be in the background. You are often bombarded with millions of stimuli and information every second of your life, so it isn't possible for you to pay attention to everything at the same time. Your subconscious mind can only handle about 11 million items per second. However, your conscious mind can only process 40 to 120 items per second. Therefore, there's no way you will not lose sight of some things. Your brain has to filter out what is irrelevant and keep the relevant ones, and it is the job of the RAS to make the selection. Safety and interest. When the RAS is choosing the information to discard and the ones to keep, it bases its selection on two parameters, safety and interest. In other words, the RAS gives priority information that will keep you safe. The next on this list are those things that you find interesting. Your RAS will assume that something is important and exciting to you when you think about it a lot. So, by employing visualization, you are training your brain to prioritize information and items that are connected to your goals. You'll see opportunities in things that don't make any sense to others because they are connected to your goals. Your consciousness has been heightened to recognize things that can increase your chances of making your dreams a reality. So, whenever you see such things, your attention will be drawn to them instantly. Your brain is alert, and it will start functioning like a satellite looking for a particular signal. Once it finds it, it jerks you up to do something about it. You can deliberately train your mind to help you locate opportunities by leveraging visualization. Those thoughts you have created will become the template for the kind of things your brain will see as important. It will ensure that you don't overlook such things when you see them. In this video, we'll talk about the perks of visualization. If there are no benefits that people enjoy when they practice visualization, the practice cannot enjoy the kind of wide acceptance it has today. There are various ways you can improve your life and experience when you practice visualization. Here are some of the most common ones. Stress reduction. The modern world is full of stressors, and it's now a generally accepted claim that we cannot do without them. In fact, you cannot achieve anything substantial without a level of stress. You will be exposed to stressors when you are working hard to reach the peak of your career. In the same way, you will be stressed to a certain degree when you are trying to become a top athlete or a successful entrepreneur. However, you cannot let stress get the best of you because that won't be good for your mental and physical health. Therefore, it's crucial that you find means of managing your stress level to keep your body and mind together. The good news is that you can leverage visualization as an effective stress management technique. How is that possible? Creating images of success and planning to achieve it reduces your anxiety because it makes you feel that you're in control. Nothing is scarier than feeling that you've lost control of your life. Harmony with yourself. Your dreams and goals show your personality. In other words, in an ideal situation, the kind of things you want to achieve shows your worldview and beliefs. For example, the reason you desire to be at the peak of your career might be because you want to earn a lot of money to be able to help others. So when you visualize that dream, you will also have imagery of making the world better. Such imaginations make you feel at home with yourself. It gives you a sense of purpose and self-worth because you feel that you are embarking on a journey that will establish your personality. Every step you take towards reaching your destination will make you happy and satisfied because you're doing something that means a lot to you. This harmony is the reason goal-setting experts advise people to set targets that fit into the big picture of their lives. Clarity. It can be challenging to keep your focus in the modern world because you have more than enough things to distract you. People are succeeding in various things that weren't in existence some years ago. There are several career paths that can give you the same targets. If what you want is financial independence, there are more than 1,000 ways you can achieve that goal in the modern world. So it is crucial that you choose a path that will help you maximize your strength. Visualization enables you to choose what you want to achieve and stick to it. Remember that every career path has its ditches and challenges. Imagery will help you to plan ahead and ward off distractions. You'll see others treading a different path and achieving success. But you will need to keep your eyes on the ball. Believe in the process and reap the rewards later. Mastery of new skills. How can you learn and master new skills when you have never imagined learning and mastering them? As mentioned earlier, Olympic freestyle skier Emily Cook has been one of the beneficiaries of visualization in this regard. Imageries help you to project towards learning and mastering new skills because you will first imagine how it feels when you complete your training. For example, if you are learning how to play the guitar, your imagination will inspire you as to think about how the crowd will cheer after a great performance. There will be days when you won't be motivated to continue learning. However, because you keep recreating the satisfaction you'll derive from achieving your target, you'll encourage yourself. You'll keep striving until you have the finesse and mastery you crave. Enhanced motivation. You cannot get to the finishing line in any journey when you aren't passionate. It is zealousness that makes you put in your best to attain a target. The truth is that the uncertain nature of life makes it impossible to be sure about the outcome of anything. However, there are things you can do that increase your chance of success. One of them is having the motivation and desire to do all that is necessary to accomplish a goal. Remember that motivation comes from your state of mind. When you have imaginations of achieving your targets with a clear path to achieve them, it makes you zealous to go all out to accomplish them. When you know what you need to do, you'll not have issues with believing the process and staying patient. You'll be able to stay committed because you know you will reach your target someday. Generation of creative ideas. You need to be creative to succeed in the modern world. The ultra-competitive nature of the 21st century requires thinking out of the box to stand out. There are many people doing the things you do, so you need to be able to offer qualities that are rare to become indispensable in your company or industry. You need creativity to solve problems and reinvent the wheel when necessary. Visualization increases your creativity by helping you envisage the likely challenges that can frustrate your effort. While creating imageries in your mind, you'll also identify the potential problems, enabling you to prepare for them. Visualization helps you to analyze the current approaches to a task and how you can make things better. People are always seeking upgrades on the current solutions, and you'll be an instant hit when you can offer them better alternatives to solving their problems. Improved performance. As mentioned earlier, athletes leverage imagery to improve their performance. Besides, whatever enhances your motivation, gives you clarity, and helps you to generate creative ideas will definitely improve your performance. Visualization boosts your confidence, which is a key ingredient that enables you to become a winner in every sphere of life. When you have low self-esteem, you won't be ambitious. You'll deliberately set low targets because you're afraid of failing. You don't want people to say that you started something you couldn't finish. So instead of going for the things you really desire, you'll settle for things that you will achieve without stress. If you keep running away from challenges, you will never be great. Embrace challenges, visualize them, and give it all you've got.